What's up, everybody? Here we are, the after show, but later, the very last show of the year 2022. We've been doing this shit since 2018, and we're about to go into 2023. So everybody that has been supporting the show, we can't thank you guys enough.
We can't.
There's some brand new shout outs that I want to give later on in the show, but El Cucuy, I know we have to. There's a couple of things we got to do. First, let's bring in Baseline Trey because there's something we got to toast to the new year. So, Baseline Trey, come on, let's bring him in. That's exactly what. Here we are, everybody. The after show, but later, episode number 161. We've been doing this shit for a while now. We are so excited because this is the very last episode of the year 2022. El Cucuy, I know we're going to be bringing in the new year. Let's see, tomorrow I think is the new year, right? That's how we're gonna get this. Go ahead. We're gonna have to get this. Fuck, I fucked up. I can't even talk right now. But after show, but later, let's go ahead and toast 2023. You ready, El Cucuy?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's toast this shit right here. Boom, right there. Toast 2023. I got a little special drink in here. It looks like a thirst buster, but fuck, that ain't soda in there. I'll tell you that much. Woo! All right, a good year. We had a good year, very consistent this year. You know, I think the only time we missed this year was when I had surgery back in August. Other than that, we were pretty consistent with our probably the most consistent year that I've had since I've been doing the show. So I appreciate that. One thing,
we're hard workers.
I know with all the changes and shit, all the shit we've been having going on in our lives and
all the phases we went through.
Yeah, crazy shit. And you know, I do want to start off by congratulating Mr. Soupy. We all know Soupy. He's been on this show a couple of times. He's a big Covino and Rich supporter of the after show. But later, Soupy just had a baby girl. So congratulations to Soupy and his baby girl.
Congratulations, brother.
Ava and Soupy-witz.
Oh shit, Soupy-witz. You got the full throttle?
Yeah, it's Suppa-witz, but I say Soupy-witz because that's what we call him. So where do you want to get started, El Cucuy?
I mean, I'm gonna let you take the floor, man.
You take the floor? All right, you know what? Let me see. Oh, all right, let's start off with this. I actually started the show that we've been talking about the last couple of weeks that I haven't got around to, but finally I started episode 1 of The White Lotus. And I gotta say, dog, I dig it right off the bat when the dude's in the airport and the fucking old people are talking to him, and he was like, "Can you please like mind your own fucking business" or whatever the fuck he tells him. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna dig this show, you know. And
because we all feel that way. We've all been in the airport and we just want to turn around and tell someone, "Can you shut the fuck up?"
Yeah, you know what? There's somebody actually. I wouldn't even say a friend of mine. I would say more of an acquaintance. But they're more a friend of my sister, right? But I fucking hate like I don't know when you're chilling with them, they're like, "Hey, Cucuy," you know, they ask you 50 million questions about like your life and shit, and you're like, "Motherfucker, I don't even know you like that." You know what I'm saying? So they start asking you like, and so like these people, that's what I felt. I was like, he sits down and he's like, you know, trying to be polite, right? He's really trying to be polite. He's like, yeah, you know, he talks about, yeah, you know, on his honeymoon or whatever the fuck. And then they keep asking and shit. He's like, dog, shut the fuck up. I've already answered how many questions? Like, and you're going to keep on. So is it going to be like this the whole fucking time we're waiting? Bro. You're like, fuck. And, that actually goes into
what about when you get on the plane next to someone that either stinks or they won't shut the fuck up or they keep bumping you? That's the worst.
I don't know if I've ever had a bad I mean, I guess I'm fucking jinxing myself now, but
I'm usually all borracho anyways, bro. Sooner or later I'm knocking out, but I've been there. I know how it is.
Yeah, no, I'm just glad. I don't think I've ever had a real bad experience like that, but at the same time, it's me, my girl, my daughter. So we usually will be taking up like the row, you know? So there's very few times that if I'm not traveling like with them or whatever, where I've been next to somebody, but usually they're like reading a book or something. They're to themselves. So I kind of dig it. So
I think the first time I went to Hawaii, brother, I was there were 6 of us, and I think I got stuck sitting next to strangers in the middle. Like I think the way the seating arrangement worked, it was like I was on the outside of the middle. So like there was only a row separating us, but then I had the weirdos next to me. So yeah.
Hey, have you ever heard of like a double decker plane?
Yes, I
Really?
have. One of my exes, she wasn't from Texas, but she had ass like Alexis, Texas.
Ooh, Alexis, Texas used to be a favorite of mine, but go ahead.
She told me that her parents were in the military, or her dad was in the military, and so they were flying around all the time. And yeah, she said like when you go to Japan, there's a double decker and shit. It's like, I mean, it ain't like Soul Plane, but like Soul Plane, I
Yeah.
guess like certain levels have certain shit, you know?
No, and it actually I heard about that this week because I heard somebody mention something. There's this kid that I work with. He's actually my new work study, and he's from Ireland.
It's got a work
And
permit or what?
he no, he's living here with his brother, and I forget what the fuck how it works, but he's actually going to be going back home to Ireland for the break,
Oh
right?
shit.
So we
Yarr!
were talking about just like his traveling and shit.
Oh, that was Pyreland. Sorry, I was a pirate. That was a yar.
But yeah, but when he was talking about that, somebody else mentioned when they went to Ireland, they were on a
Uh,
double decker flight like that. I didn't even know that shit existed, Doug. I'm like, for real, that plane must be fucking gigantic.
it must be heavy, bro. And I've never been on one,
I'd
so
be
I mean,
fuck.
I've never been on
That
one.
just scares me. I'm on a double decker plane.
Yeah. No, hell no, bro. That's like, I mean, on a boat, I'm scared to go on those big ass boats. I mean, I like the cruise, but they start having like roller coasters and shit. I'm like, dude, what's keeping this motherfucker afloat?
Fuck roller coasters. That'd be Doug. I don't know if I could do that shit. I don't.
All right, you fly into, well, at least you fly into the water.
Fuck though, dog. That's crazy though. Just like, yeah. But when I heard that, I was like, damn, for real? Because they were talking about how,
Oh,
some planes, some
real.
of the bigger planes, especially like the international ones, they might have like two aisles, right? So you have people on the left, the right, and then you have a middle aisle as well, right? Of people. So you
Mm-hmm.
got the fucking two aisles between, separating everything. I thought that was big enough. But then when you hear a fucking double decker, I'm like, fuck, dog, that I don't know.
But if you think about it though, like all them countries over there, they're the ones with fucking sardines and shit, right? You got Bangkok, you got the Indias and the Chinas. Like there's fucking people. They probably need two deckers to get out the airport.
Yeah, really. Yeah, that's crazy, man. But
Over
that
here and shit, I ain't ever seen one over here. I flew out of LAX plenty of times and Portland plenty of times. I've flown out of Seattle a couple times, flown out of San Francisco plenty of times. I ain't never seen no damn double decker. Have you?
yeah, I've never even seen I like I told you, I didn't even know they existed until this past week. I felt like, oh, are you fucking serious? I don't want to look stupid though, so I just acted like, yeah, man, I go on those all the time.
You fucking Google it right away or what?
No, I haven't even Googled it or nothing. I haven't even seen one. So I restarted the show this full
Okay.
with my lady because she had never seen it before, right? So I've watched it already like 3 times. I watched it on my own. I watched some episodes with my sister, some with my mom, and then so I asked my girl, I was like, "Hey, would you want to watch this full?" And she was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever, let's try it." And fuck, Doug, I mean, she likes it, but I still fucking love it. I was watching it like I had never seen it before, laughing like I had never laughed before. And
Right.
one of the things that kind of got me fucking to watch it again is because I know they're gonna have another season, right? They're gonna have season 2 coming up pretty soon. But
Good.
one of the things
That
that
shit was hella funny, bro.
one of the things that got me kind of wanting to check it out again, Doug, is just how fucking cool Julio from the fucking This Fool, right? Chris Estrada,
Yeah.
the actor that plays him. Um, I saw something recently where Bert Kreischer mentioned
Oh, I got something on him in a minute.
he was like, hey, he goes, he tweeted something, who should I have on my podcast coming up next or whatever. And so I mentioned Covino. I think Covino would be cool. And the reason why I didn't say Covino and Rich or Covino Rich and Spot is because for Two Bears, One Cave, it's usually Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer. But when one of them is out, they have another person come
Is
in,
one of them a
right?
female bear?
Nah, but
That's awkward.
they'll have one person come in and fill in. So that's why I was
All
thinking
right.
one person, Covino, right?
Is that a
So
cuck?
no, it's not. So what they did, or what I did, was actually I commented on it like, hey, you should have Covino, that'd be dope. And then I know Covino said that fucking Chris Estrada is a pretty good dude, right? He was like, he said he bullshits with them a little bit.
Yeah.
Julio from This Fool. So I fucking slid into his DMs. I was like, hey, dude, I was like, fucking, I didn't say like,
You
hey,
slid into his DMs?
yeah. And I was like, on Twitter, I was like, hey, man, could you do me a favor and show this fucking tweet some love? Trying to get the homie fucking Covino on this podcast, whatever. And right away he was like, yeah, no problem. And fucking I was like, oh shit, I wasn't even expecting him to like reply, or he could have left it on red. He didn't even have to read it, right? But
Yeah.
like within like 2 minutes, he was already like,
That's
yeah.
ballsy, bro.
He was like, well, fuck that. I mean, if you don't fucking, if you don't try, you're not gonna, I would rather him ignore it and be like, well, fuck it, I tried, And
Yeah.
no, so I fucking hit him up, and then he was like, yeah, no problem. So he went. I saw he liked it and he retweeted it, and I was like, oh, that was fucking cool of him, And
Yeah.
then not only that, he went the extra step and he commented on the comment that I put, and he put Covino would be a dope guest or some shit like that. Like he made his own little comment, and
Oh,
then
that's cool.
and it was cool because I saw the one that I tweeted had like it was like 6,700 views or some shit, because now Twitter gives you a stamp where you can see the amount of people that's seen it. So I had like 6,700 views, and then his little comment had like another 7,100 or whatever impressions on it. So I'm like, would that just help? I'm like, that was so fucking cool of him. So then I fucking I DM'd him again, and I was like, hey, I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, but I was like, Covino, he does talk highly of you on his show, so I appreciate that. And then he liked my tweet or whatever. So I was like, fuck yeah, man. I was like, that was so fucking cool of him. He didn't have to do any of that. And so
No.
I was like, you got to support those that support you and that are fucking cool like that, because there's people that could have been like, hey, fuck off,
Well, what's cool about that too is I already liked his show. His shit was dope. I mean, it's right up my alley. It's a lot of stuff that I'm familiar with, and I can feel fucking some type of way about. It's funny shit. I've seen that my whole life growing up, so I already like the show.
Yeah.
So it's even better when you don't got to fake it, right? Like
for sure, 100%.
Someone's cool that you actually really fuck with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You like their material.
Yeah. No, but that like you said, like that's pretty ballsy and shit. And but you know what though, Doug?
Did you just pat yourself on the back?
What? No.
He said, yeah, that was pretty ballsy.
No. This is what I'm gonna say is that
right.
I know you and I,
hey bro,
we do like Gary V, right? And
yes,
I think like a lot of people talk shit about him or whatever, but there's one thing.
The man makes money. Talk all the shit you want to. The man makes money.
There's one thing that like he talks about, and he's like, you know what? Fuck it. Hey, if you're trying to fucking hustle and shit, do whatever, hit up 100 people today, slide into their DM, say, hey, will you be a guest on my podcast or whatever? Say you have a podcast, or say you have a clothing brand, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, check out my new shirts, whatever. You hit up fucking 100 people, right? It's the numbers game. You know numbers more than anybody.
I told you my buddy the whore did that with girls. He hit up 100. He said 20 would say yes.
Oh, again, what, like fucking Luis on this fool? There's an episode where fucking Julio sitting there on his phone, like on Tinder, and then fucking Luis tells him, he's like, it's a numbers game, my boy. And so he starts hollering at these bitches, and he's like, hey, he's like, he's like, if I was with you, I wouldn't even care if you cheated on me. And then he's like, actually, I would care. Then he's like, I would care. I can't believe you did that to me. And he starts like, he's just trying to fucking spit game at these bitches, And it's true. So what I did was, when I said I'm gonna hit this fool up, I'm like, hey, chances are he won't ever even fucking read it. But I put myself out there, put the show out there. Now I'm like, hey, you know what? Fucking, I did it from the after show account. So maybe fucking Julio knows about the after show, right? We continue to like his shit and retweet his shit and shout out his shit. Maybe one day we have Chris Estrada be a guest on this show, or come out on Covino and Rich. I don't know. Maybe Covino does finally get that little get that guest starring role. Do you remember when they were talking about that?
He'd be good for it too.
So I was telling my girl about all the things that Covino and Rich were talking about possible scenarios if Covino came out on there. And she was laughing. She's like, oh, those sound pretty funny, So but shout out to Chris Estrada. If you haven't watched this full, you'll dig it, even if you're not Latino. My girl likes it. She's whiter than fucking paper. So yeah.
Elmer's glue? Oh, she's whiter than Elmer's glue or what?
She's whiter than this fucking Apple remote right here. Or fucking
it is a good show. You're right about that, brother.
Yeah, no, and it's so funny though, Doug, because like they say some shit on there that is like so fucking ghetto. Like they say fundido, they fucking yell culo, fucking Luis.
He's a Cali cat though, isn't he?
Yeah, And
See,
what
that's just we got our own shit over here.
it's funny though, because like when fucking Luis is gonna go talk to this parent of his nephew's friends or whatever. He's like, yeah, they're all talking shit. He's like, this generation though, they get all sentido and shit.
They
And
do.
and when he says that, Doug, it's like it's so fucking ghetto talk, but it's real. That's why I dig the show.
Well, A Fu Karnataka, he's got all kind of fucking funny shit like that. He makes all those fucking makes up his own shit, but you know exactly what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%, man.
Shit. I even changed me and Miguel were kicking it a while back we were kicking it and fucking I made my own fucking word up, bro, just because I had to. How do you say peanut in Spanish?
Oh, you talked about this last time, cacahuate.
Yeah, no, it's cucahuate, bro. We like cuca, not caca.
You know what?
It's,
It's funny that you say that about making shit up, because we might have even talked about this on the show before, but I feel like I don't even think Latino families, but I think just like when you're from the hood, like not even, I'm not saying I'm from the hood, but I'm saying like you grow up fucking lower income and shit. I think like your families and shit, like make up shit, like fucking one word that I always go to is the word cuichi. Have you ever heard of cuichis?
use it in a sentence.
This morning I fucking woke up and before I even jumped in the shower, I had to fucking rub out the cuichis.
No, is that Mecos? Same as Mecos or
No,
what?
no, no, you're fucking the little crusties in your eyes.
Oh no, that's fucking your ojo mocos, your
Oh,
fucking ojos.
ojo mocos. You could say ojo
Yeah,
mocos or you say cuichis.
yeah, yeah.
But
No, I never heard quichis,
but you know
but I
what?
get it.
You know what's funny though? Um, there's a lady that I work with. She's white as fuck. And we were talking about this the other day in the office. We are talking about fucking making up words and shit in your family. And I asked this girl in the office that's way more fucking Mexican than me. She like even told me that she didn't get comfortable talking English until after high school. That's how fucking Mexican she is. Well,
Okay.
I said Quiche. She had never heard of it. But the white lady in the office goes, "Oh, I know. That's the eye boogers." So,
No
so
fuck.
I'm like, it is somewhere. There's some origin out there that fucking where it makes sense. But yeah, man, we make up shit sometimes. Um, have you
It's
ever
the way
heard?
it is.
Have you ever heard tutu?
Using a sentence.
Oh man, hey, okay. You have yeah, your kid is reaching for the fucking curling iron, and
Okay.
you slap their hand, and you go, no, tutu.
No.
It means like, hey, it's fucking hot.
That's calor, no?
Yeah, it's the proper word, but fucking tutu is another word that not only have I used in my family, but I know family, I know people too that I grew up with where their family used that, because I have a good friend. His nickname growing up was Tutu from his family.
Oh
So
shit. I
yeah.
told you the one on the show before about Moki because we caught him eating his boogers.
Monkey.
We caught Moki fucking eating his boogers in like third grade on the bus, and he's been Moki ever since, bro. Short for Moko.
It's funny because fucking George Lopez has a joke about that way fucking like 15 years ago, where he says like when you're little, you do something once, you have a nickname for life. He goes like you shit your pants, and the rest of your life you're fucking caca.
Yeah.
Like
No, for
even
sure, bro.
he's like you're like in your 20s, and you go, hey, did you hear about caca? Hey,
Bro, if I saw Moki today, I don't even know his name. I don't know his real name, bro. It's Moki. I don't what am I supposed to call him?
it's funny because George Lopez is like, oh, you hear Caca's getting married? Are you serious? Yeah, he just had a baby. Oh, he has a little caquita. And it's so
That's
funny
good.
because it's so fucking true. Doug,
Have you
there is actually, you know what? There's this dude I haven't talked to in maybe 20 fucking years, right? But he's on my Facebook. Um, this dude,
see, that's why I don't got that shit. But continue,
okay,
carry on.
okay. So there was this dude that I went to like seventh grade with, right? And I called him Chevy Boy, right? I started that nickname because he used to wear a t-shirt that said like Chevrolet trucks or some shit, right? And it had like the
Right.
logo in the middle. So just out of nowhere, I just was like, hey, fucking Chevy Boy, right? As simple as that. Dog, here we are fucking in our mid-30s. He's still Chevy Boy, right? So
Bro, I was rude dog in sixth grade because of that shit. And I'm sure if I saw someone from Marijuana, they still might call me rude dog.
no, it's funny, Doug, because I haven't seen this dude, like I said, in fucking years. And I saw him post something on Facebook, and it was him and like his lady or whatever, and I don't know, out somewhere. And I was just like, hey, Chevy boy, you know, I'm glad to see you're doing good or whatever. Just like a little quick little thing. And then he was like, yeah, man, good to hear from you or whatever. But it's not even no like Chevy boy. He knows because in high school, that was in like 7th or 8th grade. But then in high school, he became Chevy boy. And he was just,
Did he drive one? He ended up driving one or what?
I don't even fucking know. I remember
I,
he drove like a Forerunner for a while or something. Or
how did you nickname Chevy boy and you got a fucking Toyotas?
hey, you wore that shirt in 7th grade, dog. We'll never let you forget it.
That'd be like if I wore Rude Dog and all of a sudden I'm the Cat Man.
Yeah, but
Meow.
those nicknames stick, dog. Fucking
They do.
Doug,
They do.
when I was in 2nd grade, my fucking teacher gave me the
Yes.
nickname Big D, right? And
Bro, and were they reprimanded?
nah, but
You can't say shit like, well, it was Big D.
let me see if this was 90. Let me see, three.
You can't do shit like that now.
Now, no, this was in 1995.
You're like, bitch, how'd you know? Who told you?
So
I'm 7. How do you know that already?
no lie though. I have seen people like within the last like 5 years that I haven't seen since grade school, and they're like Big D, and I'm like, that's right, babe.
Right,
I'm right there
bitch.
with my wife. Like, what's up? Yeah.
That's when you just look down at it and look back up at them.
You're like, oh fuck, did somebody pass me? What, you know?
I got a halfie going on down there. Or
Yeah,
what?
but that nickname stuck with me for fucking ever, dog. So like you said,
That's not a bad nickname to have, though. You know that? That's good.
no, dog. Because in 2nd grade, I was like, I looked like a fucking 6th grader, and when I was like, you
Andre
know,
the Giant or what?
yeah, dog.
You were fucking body slamming kids off the amphitheater?
Well, when I was in 6th grade, I was as tall as my brother already. I was like 5'7",
Oh, shit.
and so I mean, think about in 2nd grade. So let me see, that was 4 years before that. I was like what, maybe like 5'2" or some shit in like 2nd grade. I don't fucking know, but I was huge. So that's why my teacher would call me Big D. But
Did the fucking kids think you were there to teach the class, not be in it?
again, I have to bring up
You give a little man.
I have to bring up the King of Queens, Doug. I bring it up more. Another thing that Covino and Rich talk about, the shit that you bring up more than anybody. For me, it's King of Queens. There's an episode where fucking Kevin James, his wife's bagging on him, and she goes, "Weren't you so big that the other kids thought you were the teacher?" And it's so funny that you say that because that's basically how it was. I remember, dog.
I got a buddy named Robert Rodriguez, and Robert always said, "Never trust a man with 2 first names."
Oh yeah. Like
Kevin James. Which one is it, fucker? James Kevin? Kevin James?
Well, actually, Kevin James is his first and middle name because his brother is Gary Valentine, right? But their real name is something like
the Hammer. Was he a wrestler?
No,
Oh.
but Kevin J. I mean, they don't use their real last name. It's like it is like fucking Supplewitz or some shit like Soupy, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like Kevin James Supplewitz, and it's like fucking Gary Supplewitz, but he just went by Gary Valentine.
Gary V.
And yeah. So
Vaynerchuk. Ain't how he says it?
Yeah, of course. But
fuck,
dog, my drink's kicking in. I'm fucking buzzing now.
Yeah, I got a good one going. I think I've got this 40 ounce of High Life. I'm about, I don't know. We'll see. I'm close.
Oh, well, you know what? Well, we're transitioning around. I got a couple of shout outs, dog. People that support the show that I never fucking shout out enough. Jim.
Chris Tipton?
Jim.
I'm sorry, Bobby Tipton.
Bobby Tipton. Jim Milliorn. Fucking Greg Jensen. Dog, Greg Jensen likes all of our shit. He's always retweeting and liking and all that bullshit. Greg. So Greg Jensen, shout out. Angela Valentin or Valentine, I'm not sure what it is. Mark Reyes, Charles Alcala, Jason Artis, and Casey Tib.
These nuts? These nuts?
Casey T. I can't say her last name or his last name.
Sorry.
Oh,
my bad. Yeah, shout out to all those people. You know what? But we can't forget about the regs, the Funky Monkeys and the I Am Keys, and come on, man.
Joey
Baseline Trey. Joey. That was a good one.
Yeah. Nah, Joey's a cool dude. So
Tito and E. Shout out Tito and E, man. We got to run that shit back.
We do. We got to hit them up in 2023.
What are you, fucking European? We.
I told you my drink's kicking in, dog. I'm a little buzzed. So
that's good.
But no, we have, let me see, Tito and E. Who are some more regulars, dog? You know everybody.
Stickman.
Fucking what's her name? Lisa Paraggio, she's a good fucking supporter.
Yeah, shout out Lisa.
The whole Covino family, they're good supporters.
Yes, shout out Cavino's for sure.
You know what? I think we're finally I think Rich Davis is finally coming around. I see him showing
Is
more.
he?
He showed more love to the fucking show this year. Especially
He did.
all of the fucking not only on the air, but anytime I post something about, hey, check out this new episode, he's over there dropping like a comment or a like or something. So he shows a lot of love. So I gotta shout out Rich. And then
And you
spot.
know what? Coincidentally, like I don't know, and it's not like we do it like that, but I haven't been disagreeing with him as much lately either. I think like 2022, I know in 2021, I disagree with damn near everything that came out of his mouth. Like I just did. I don't know. There was a good solid 50 to 80 episodes where he could do no right in my opinion. You know what I mean? But it wasn't personal because we love Rich. Rich, there is no Covino and Rich without the Rich, right?
Yeah.
But no, I think in 2022 our views aligned a little more.
Oh, you know what I just remembered, Doug? One of the things my girl got me was for Christmas was tickets
But plug,
to go see a fucking comedian that I dig. There's a dude named TJ Miller, and
okay.
I'm fucking hella stoked. I'm gonna go with my sister. Actually January 9th, I go back to work that Friday. So like the 13th or some shit. I'm gonna go see him at the Irvine Improv. So I'm fucking hella stoked.
Are you?
Yeah, dog. I'm fucking hella stoked. That dude's a cool fucking dude. You know who he is? Have you ever seen the movie She's Out of My League?
Mm-mm.
Ah, fuck. Well, never mind. Doesn't matter because you don't know who he is. But he's a good dude. I like him in a lot of shit that he's done. He's always been a cool guest on Covino and Rich.
Yeah.
Super cool dude. I might even have to grab like a fucking Covino and Rich shirt or something to wear. So maybe he sees it and it's like, hey, Covino and Rich. I'm like, yeah, you want to do an episode of the after show, but later?
Right.
But
You'd be proud of me. You know what I did the other day?
what?
Bro, I was hanging out with our bud and I was trying to watch some Burt Kreischer. I was like, well, let me see what the fuck all this mumbo jumbo is about. You know what I mean? These
Yeah.
guys, they love this dude and shit. There's got to be something to it. And the fucker wouldn't load.
Oh, really?
It wouldn't load.
You know what?
So
I'll be honest about Burt Kreischer's comedy. I'm not a huge fan of his stand-up. I dig him as a podcaster, but I'm not a big fan of his comedy. Tom Segura, I love his fucking comedy. So they're tied at the hip. So if you fucking want to get into that space of checking them out, Tom Segura, I don't think you go wrong with him, Doug. I've seen all of his fucking specials. I dig all of his podcasts. I got to see him at the Irvine Improv, and fucking I was like an arm's reach away from him. That was fucking awesome. So
you check his pockets?
I could have. I mean, I could have. I mean, it was that fucking close, and it's cool as fuck. Especially like that's why I'm excited to go back to the improv, the Irvine one, because like it's like open seating and shit. So you get there early, you could be front fucking row,
Well,
and
shake that fucker down and refund your own ticket.
and it's so fucking dope because like Tom Segura's right there, dog. This dude's like famous as fuck, right? And I'm like, I've been such a huge fan of him.
Not to me, he's not.
And Doug, and he's talking, and then like he's like. He looks at you like dead in the eye as like he's talking, and you're like, that's fucking like that's crazy, because I'm such a huge fan of his. So I love Tom Segura. So I think if you're gonna check out a comedian in that same area, I would say Tom. I think you dig him. I think you dig him. He's a good one.
I'm gonna check it out. You know what? I'm gonna do you a solid because I don't think you ever checked out BMF. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and hurry up and watch Tom Segura before you get a chance to check BMF. That way, secretly I can be the better friend.
All right, I'll watch at least an episode of it.
Now I'm gonna check it out when we get off our shit right now.
Fuck, I'm gonna do mine that quick.
Tom Segura.
Yeah, but Tom Segura, he's dope, Doug. And it's funny because he looks like a white guy, but he's a fucking Latino. Like his family's like fucking Spanish or something.
Okay.
So he actually has a podcast. It's called like Tom Segura en Español, where he just like talks to his mom. He talks to fucking other like Latinos and shit, and his whole podcast is in Spanish. So I love him, man. He's a good dude. But yeah, but do you want to get into anything? I have plenty more shit if you don't.
I do. Right. I got something that's deep. It got me all fired up, and I'm passionate about it. And it was Covino pointed out that fucking he wore cologne and fucking his chain since he was a kid. Did you catch that?
Yep.
Man,
I was chiming in on that shit too.
Hey, bro, I've been wearing cologne on a regular basis since I got some Cucahuate back when I was 13. And I remember wearing, it was a cologne. It was called Caesar's Man. Caesar's Palace made it. They had their own. I think they still sell it, bro. I got a bottle. I bought mine off eBay, but I got one. And it's called Caesar's Man. It kind of smells like Jakar. So I fucked with Jakar, Eternity, Cool Water,
Cool Water. That was my first cologne.
Obsession. You know, those are the OG ones. I got
From
half of
Calvin
those in my
Klein.
cabinet. Yeah, the CK1.
CK1.
Yeah, I got half of that shit in my my cabinet right now. But with that being said, yeah, I gave it up first time when I was 13, and I remember she complimented the cologne, bro. So I always wore cologne after that.
Fuck no,
And I
dog.
remember,
I wore that shit since I was like 8 years old because I had an older brother. So he was already, dog, when I was 8, let me see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He was 14. So he, when I was 8 or 9, he was 14, 15. I would fucking grab his shit and fucking start wearing it. And then the next thing you know, dog, I was like, we had a dollar store like 2 blocks from
right,
my house. So I would go and get these little ass bottles, and they weren't even like the good shit. They were like
the knockoff.
our impression of or whatever
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fuck,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
Those fuckers were close though.
as fucking a 9-year-old kid, dog, I was walking up to school like, and my dad, dog, always had his cologne. It was a cheap ass little cologne, but that was his scent, right?
Right.
And fucking ever since I was a kid, he was fucking putting it on. So I wanted to be like my dad and my older brother. So
Of course.
there I was, dog. I'm like, this is what men do. So I'm gonna start
Yeah.
wearing cologne, you know?
Yeah, no, I've worn mine since 13. And I remember when I was 15, I bought a gold chain off the streets. It was like an ounce of gold, Figueroa link. And ever since 15, I've always worn, I got 2 on now. Should I still got my shit? I sleep with them on. I don't take them off. I mean, ever since I was 15, I've wore a gold chain and I've worn cologne. So like all that other nonsense that they were talking about, like I'm with Covino on that because, man, I've always fucking worn my shit.
I gotta be honest. I'm not there with the jewelry. The chain, I think it would be dope. I've just never sported one. So, I mean, you want to be a really good friend, send me one of yours.
Yeah.
But no, I've never
Well,
been a chain person or like really a jewelry person. But no, fucking the cologne for sure. That was me, dog, right there.
yeah, and I've always been. I bought my first gold diamond ring when I was 15. The same dude that sold me the chain, sold me a ring, and I still got that ring, bro. I still got that ring, and I was 15 when I bought that thing. You know what I'm saying? I still rock that. Imagine a little 15-year-old. I had a nugget diamond ring right here. I had my gold chain right here. I was chilling. I had my little cell phone I shouldn't have had back in the day, and my pager. Beep, 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 beep. I was doing it, boy. I was getting it. It
Your
was
fucking
great.
pager, Doug. Fuck. I remember, Doug, my brother had and I've talked about this, I'm sure, on the show before, but he had a one that was clear and part of the
Yep.
plastic was green. So it was like you
Uh-huh.
could see through it and it was green
Yep.
and it was fucking tiny. Doug, it was like as big as this fucking guitar pick case. It was like fucking this
Oh, the
big.
little one. Yeah, the little ones.
And I was like, oh, fuck, man. I was like, my brother's cool as fuck. He's got a little fucking pager.
I'm gonna go ahead and take you back right now, bro. You want to hear some player shit? Like, I'm gonna throw myself out there because I'm gonna date myself a little bit. But if any of you scumbags out there are listening, don't believe me, and you want to go Google the shit, fucking have fun with it. But in like 1995, when I was just a little boy, Sprint had a 2-way pager. And it was like 30, maybe $40 a month, which back then was a lot. 30, $40 back then is like 60, 70 right now.
Yeah.
And I think minimum wage was 4.25. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not 15. So it was a long time ago. And but anyways,
It didn't even 15 here, Doug. It's 1280.
really?
Yeah.
I think our shit's about to go to 16, but
Ours is going up in January to fucking 13, I think.
yeah, so no, this was a lot shit. This is probably when you guys were like $1 an hour. So this is way back when, right? Hey, this is back when gas was around $1.25, $1.30 a gallon. So, anyways, I had this little Sprint pager, and it was a 2-way. The motherfucker flipped up and had the screen, and it sent you actual like real messages way before text. There was no such thing as text. So, like, get rid of text and all the shit we know now. Just imagine all you could see was a little screen. It wasn't LED, and numbers came up, and then all of a sudden, I got this fucking 2-way. It was called a 2-way pager. And you had an 800 number that you had was your own personal shit, and or maybe there was like a shared one. But whenever someone called that number, they knew it was for you, and there was a live operator fucking transcribing the fucking shit, and then it would come back in your fucking on your screen.
Damn, dog. That's some pimp shit back in the day.
Old school, old school, old school. But yeah, I had my chains back then. I was doing that. I was a youngster. I was a young buck.
Doug, you remember? I'm sure you remember because my brother's about your age, and he was like, he used to have like, of course, his little black book and shit, right? He called it a chick-tionary, and then
I had a digital one.
after, well, that's what I was gonna say. After he upgraded from the fucking paper one to a little digital one that you flipped open, you
That's what
flipped
I
it
had.
open, and you could fucking store like 100 numbers in there or some shit. I'm like,
I think mine was more than I got mine off Tip Dog. And I remember I would have like, there was like two, you could go to like two different banks. Like it had like two different phone books.
yeah,
And one I'd fucking write code of motherfuckers that owe me scratch. And then the other one would be actual numbers and shit for broads.
that I thought that was cool as fuck back in the day. I was like, that was fucking technology, you know?
Well, it was player too, because back when you were a little boy, a little young buck, little buckaroo, little bucko. Back when you were a little bucko and shit, yeah, that's cool. Go get a fucking pen and a paper and write your number down or whatever the fuck you're doing. But it was more player when you pulled that fucking big ass. Well, it wasn't big, but it looked like a calculator that was like a flip calculator, and then you're typing the shit in there, and like boop, and you hit the fucking save button. It was dope.
Dog, didn't you ever feel like so pimp when like a bitch would write her number like on your hand or something? And you were at school and you'd be like,
I,
oh fuck, you're mobbing around like, what's up?
you know, the one time I felt pimpest, I was at a party and I think I did some mushrooms or I did some kind of hallucinogen. I wasn't even 18 yet. And then some chick fucking had me write my number on her titty with a Sharpie.
On her titty.
With a Sharpie.
Okay.
Not like by the areola. Like she just went woo woo.
Yeah.
Just like it was a little boob part. And I just wrote my number. I was like, call me.
No, I remember when I was young, I was working at this place. I'm gonna keep this shit vague, but I remember there was a chick that I was into and my boss knew it, right? But then there was this other bitch that had given me her number, but she wrote it like on a little piece of paper, and I had it like in my apron at work. And I was a cashier, so I was like fucking
Were you at the barrel, bro, or what?
I might have been. So I had to fucking, count my drawer and shit at the end of the night. And when I fucking had pulled this shit out of my fucking my apron, my boss, who was friends with this bitch, was like she was friends with the bitch that I was into. And then she saw me pull this out of my apron and just put it on the little fucking counter right there. And it was this other bitch's number in that bitch's handwriting. So she was like, what's that? And I was like, bitch, mind your business, I'm over here.
Don't worry about it. That's my shit.
Yeah, but no, I remember she was like, what? She was like looking at me. And I was like, bitch, I'd be fucking pimping hoes. Mind your business,
Mind your business, right?
Yeah,
it was. You know what? It's crazy because it was kind of easier back then, but it was harder. Like this technology shit's wild, right?
Yeah, no, it's crazy, dog. You know what? I think I know. You know what? Fuck it. This will be a kind of a reflection fucking episode because I remember a story that I told one time, dog, that there was some chick I was talking to, and she fucking had a son, right? He was like 2, and fuck, dog. I remember she showed me a picture. Mama. She showed me a picture of her son one day, right? And I was like, "Oh,
damn, that kid's ugly."
No,
that motherfucker ugly.
No, Doug. I. This is when I stopped talking to her because and I was like, "Oh, fuck." I was like, "That's a big ass kid." Right? It was just kind of a reflex, right? It was a reaction, and then she was like, what? And I was like, oh fuck.
You say my baby big?
Yeah, I was like, dog, this kid was fucking 2, but he looked like he was fucking like he drove her to work and shit, I
got a diploma.
And I was like, what the fuck? And it was just as genuine of a fucking reaction as possible. And then after that,
that's when you're like, hey, how does your 2-year-old have kids and a family?
Well,
fuck, he's cooking dinner.
No, that's where I was like, fuck. And then kind of stopped talking to her after that. And I was like, well, whatever, bitch, whatever. And
you got her on Facebook too, fucker? Or what?
I do, but it's so fucking funny though, dog, because I seen just recently
her and Chevy boy, do they kick it? They hang out and shit, get fucked up on weekends.
Fucking get Julio over here with
the kids barbecuing.
That's called the fucking callback. Yeah. No, that is fucking funny, dog. Yeah, now her kid's like 14 or 15 or some shit. And it's funny though, because I see him and I'm like, oh, that was that little kid with the big ass head. He might have had a big ass head. That's why I was like, oh fuck,
Did he have balance problems?
Nah, but I mean, now he's just
like, always falling over or what?
Now he's just like an average ass kid, But I was just
fuck
like,
that kid.
I know, huh? If he wasn't so big, I might have been his stepdaddy,
Yeah, he was already too big headed for. He already knew everything. Hey, that fucker's gonna show you how to work.
That's fucking funny though, dog. But But anyway, Doug, let's go on to something else. I don't even know how we got there. How we got onto the little big-headed kid.
Little fucking calabaza. The fucker got a pumpkin head. I'm sure he did hella good at carving pumpkins.
Hey, there's a Covino and Rich listener that is in a little
Okay.
bit of a dilemma right now.
A dilemma.
Yeah, the dude lives in Hawaii. He's a
What part?
I forget. I just wrote Hawaii on here, but his name's Ashawn Wilson. And dude was born in Texas, right? Hasn't been back home in a while. He's been
Texas.
in fucking Hawaii. Well, he's gonna go back home.
I hope he says his prayers for that shit because Texas is a shithole.
Well,
and Hawaii is one of the most beautiful places on earth.
Well, he's going back home, I guess, see family or some shit, whatever. But
Don't stay.
The dude wants to know what kind of fuck. He said he's in Hawaii, so he's wearing like shorts 24/7. So if he gets some fucking pants because it's cold as fuck, right? Some jeans or something. What the fuck should he? What should he wear? Is he going fucking skinny jeans like it's 2007? Should he go boot cut like it's fucking 2006? Should he go fucking 1990s big ass acid wash jeans, or what should he wear?
I mean, you want my opinion?
Yeah. What would you?
Oh, fuck it. I don't change for the bullshit, bro. Because you know what? Because that shit changes. You ever seen a dude wearing Ed Hardy lately?
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever seen how much Von Deutsch do you see nowadays?
Somebody mentioned that though. Somebody in the comments were like, "Hey, wear whatever
you're
comfortable in." Because
and trust people. Maybe you got a little inner circle. Ask them, like, try on some shit. Go with your lady or your brother, or your sister, or not your mom, but someone that's close to your age group, and go try some shit on, man, and see what looks best on you. Because maybe you can't rock the skinny jean look. Maybe you're pulling it off. Like, I can't pull that shit off. So for me, skinny jeans, even if I wanted to, out of the fucking question. You know what I mean? I cannot let everyone see my package when I'm walking around all the time. I just can't do that shit.
Yeah.
So I need at least, I don't need baggy no more. As I've gotten older and shit, I am not 2 sizes too big no more like I used to be.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day, bro, you'd be wearing like 5XL shirts and you're like a double?
Nah, dog. I was always a double, and I would fucking just wear a double.
But you never wore the big shit like the rapper shit.
Yeah, not super oversized. If I'm being real.
Oh shit! No, like we used to.
My brother did.
I mean?
You know what? Maybe it was just like your guys' generation because my brother used to wear.
Covino and Rich talk about the oversized basketball shorts.
Yeah, the dude was my brother's probably a fucking.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm listening.
All right.
He's just doing something real quick.
Dog, it looks like you're about to eat my ass the way in the shit.
Hey, bro, that is not phase 4, bro.
But no, Doug, my brother was like a size like 36, 34, 36 waist. And dude would buy like size like 50 fucking pants. Do you remember the jeans called Solo? Dog, there were some jeans that like all the fucking cholos would wear. They were called Solo, SOLO.
Some swap meet or what?
Yeah, you can buy them inside of like a Del Sol.
Yeah,
And Doug, and then I remember my brother had some basketball shorts, dog. They were 5X. And motherfucker was like fucking, he was like maybe a large,
Yeah, no, see, I would hit 3X. That was my biggest shit. I did wear some 3X white tees and some 3X, I'd wear 3X Raider jerseys but I was probably pushing 260 though, 250. So 2X was a little snug anyways and shit. I had to get that 3X, you know what I mean? Like, at least for me. But no, that's what he should do. He should just, and fuck, man, find a happy medium. Like, don't fucking sag, obviously, and don't make your balls pop. I mean, I think if you find a happy medium, you'll be all right. But if you're really concerned, take someone that you trust and you care about that's probably close to your demographic and fucking see which ones you look better in.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty consistent across the board as far as like the pants I have, jeans or fucking like even shit that's not like denim material. I'm a little good in between. I'm not real baggy. They pretty much just fit, it's pretty normal.
Right. I'm slightly baggy. So, like if I sit down, my shit's not going to be all super tight. But yet at the same time, I mean, I wear a belt, you know what I mean? So slightly baggy does not mean sagging.
Yeah. Well, I
just don't want to feel like if I take a step or I run, like my nuts are going to rip.
Yeah. No, my shit's like, I don't know, pretty fucking, it fits, So I think if you're trying to fucking go and like you said, wear a fucking, short ass pink shorts or whatever, you're trying to be fucking like in style or some shit. I don't just do you, if like, I mean, Spot.
Is that fucker coming through or what?
Yeah.
You can hear that?
Yeah. Why am I not
Hold on.
supposed to?
No, well, I thought you couldn't hear the music, so I was wondering if you could hear the ring.
Yeah, no, I can hear that for some reason.
Okay, sorry about that. I turned it off, bro.
No, but like I was thinking, like Spot in the last like year, he got some little ass like peach colored shorts or some shit, and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, well, that's fucking Spot, right? I wouldn't wear those, but hey, that he
He's
digs
gonna
them, right?
he's gonna split the peach.
So maybe. Um, but
But
yeah, yeah. So our advice to Sean Wilson is just wear something you're comfortable in, dog. It doesn't have to be something that you don't have to fucking walk into like Banana Republic and say, "Give me the mannequin," you know?
you know one thing I don't do
Huh.
that I'm not saying is wrong for someone else to do that I see a lot of people I respect doing. I don't wear the slits. I don't wear the fucking like the cuts, you know, where they fucking make it where you can't necessarily see through, but it's all like shredded. I don't do none of that shit. On your jeans,
Oh yeah. No, I don't do that shit either. Fuck no.
I don't either. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, I see E40 doing it too short. I see a lot of people, like even OGs doing it, but I don't be rocking that. But you know, again, if they do it and they could pull it off, you probably can too. Who knows? That's just
Yeah.
not my style.
No, I did get a little bit out of my comfort zone recently, and I bought some fucking white fucking sneakers. They're pretty fucking dope too, but it's all fucking white, dog. Every other fucking pair of shoes and boots and everything I have are either I have like a pair of brown boots, and the rest of my boots and shoes are black. So
I got mostly black.
so I went completely out of my comfort zone, but they're pretty fucking dope. Especially like I wore them the other day with actually this new after show shirt that I got available on
Yeah, it looks
Amazon.
dope.
So I got a new after show shirt,
Buy up, man. Buy up.
black ass fucking black jeans and some white sneakers, and it looked pretty dope. So I was like, hey, fuck it, you know, maybe
Yeah.
I got to get out of my comfort zone every once in a while. But so now I'm digging them. So you never know, you know.
I got some white J's that I won't wear them for that reason. Like I think I've worn them like once or twice, and I've had them for like 2 or 3 years. But I just fucking once you scuff them, you're fucked. You know it
Yeah.
too.
Well, dog, I've worn these I think twice fucking like nowhere, like really like to one friend's house, like we went on Christmas like with the family, and
Uh-huh.
I don't know, like fucking one other place, and they're already like got a little bit shit on them where I need to clean them up already. And
Do you
I'm
Scotch guard them before you wear them?
nah, I don't know what the fuck that
Oh,
is.
bro, you got to Scotch guard them,
The fuck is Scotch guarding?
bro. Are
Come
you
on,
kidding me?
learn me something, dog. I don't know what the
Okay.
fuck.
No, you never seen the fucking like the shoe protectant that they sell in like Foot Locker. They never try to sell you guys the can of fucking spray protectant. They like protects against water and like stains and shit. And you're supposed to fucking hose them down before you put them on.
The only time I ever they did fucking sell me some of that shit was when I got some Jordans for Foot Locker. But the
Yeah.
thing is, I don't go to Foot Locker that often. Foot Locker, they push that shit on you. But
Well, here's the game. They sell you about half of the fucking amount for fucking 3 times as much at Foot Locker. It's like $8 a can, and you're getting this little ass fucking rinky dink does about 4 pairs of shoes.
mm-hmm.
Scotch Guard is the same shit. That's why, like when you buy furniture, they say come Scotch Guard, or you buy your interior of your car, they say come Scotch Guard. Scotch Guard is like the fabric protector, and it's like the real shit of that shit. And you can buy a big ass can for like fucking $5 or $6 and spray like 50 pairs of shoes. And so yeah, anytime I buy a hat, like this motherfucker right here, Scotch Guard. That's why my white's still white and my shit's still crispy. Scotch Guard. And so before I wear a hat or before I wear
I'm gonna write this shit
any
down, dog. I need to invest.
any type of shoe, man, you got to hit it because that way you have to like if it just hits the Scotch Guard, it'll come off with a wipe and a little bit of hot water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you scuff it, then you have to scrub it out. But if you Scotch Guard your shit, like if you drop some taco sauce or something on your shit, even if it's white, as long as it's like not in the laces or something crazy like that, that shit gonna wipe right off.
Really? I don't even know what dog. Every time, all right, you're saying Scotch Guard. You know what I'm picturing as you're saying this shit?
What's
The
that?
fucking starch that you use like when you iron.
Yeah. Well, no, that's no, that I know what that one is too. We used to sell that shit. I forgot the name of it right
Has like a
now.
blue cap on it and like
Yeah.
you know,
Or a yellow one. Or a yellow one.
has like a little dress shirt on the label.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. I forgot what that's called, but
that's what
it's
I'm
like
picturing.
that's starch.
Yeah, I'm picturing starch.
That's starch. No, hold on. I'm gonna find it right here. I'm gonna share it. Watch. Bro, Scott's Guard. Yeah, no, I'm glad you didn't know. This will hook your ass up right here. Watch. So yeah, no, that's it right there. Look, Scotch Guard.
Oh, there we go.
It's the fabric water shield, long-lasting protection, waterproof fabrics.
Shit. There you go. It's right behind me too, dog. Look at it.
Look, and 13 ounces is a lot.
That is a lot. Good shit right there.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the one that look at, see, boom. Oh, you got a little something, a little boo-boo on your shirt. Nah, you're good. You got Scotch Guard. Look, got your backpack. You Scotch Guard your backpack, your couch, or your dirty
Your
feet.
shoes.
Yeah, your couch. Scotch Guard, man, that shit gets down. So it repels water-based spills. Simple application, dries clear, odorless, maintains fabric breathability. If these guys don't give me some type of kick down for the promotion, I'm gonna be upset. But Scotch Guard.
I'm digging that. I like that. There you go. Scotch Guard. God, they needed our fucking they needed our advertising, huh?
No, but for real, it's like if you got white shoes though, that'll save a lot because like right now out here, the rain finally caught up to us where it's raining a little bit today. And if you're going out, I mean, I wouldn't be wearing white shoes out anyways. But like, let's just say you were at work and it started raining. I mean, the smudge will come right off, bro. Scotch Guard.
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna do that, dog, because I said those shoes are
Chantix.
fucking like practically brand new. So I'm just gonna wipe off the little shit I need to and I'm gonna Scotch Guard them.
Well, what's cool too is like, in your hats, like this starts to get compromised after a
Yeah.
while. Like I've had this hat for like 6 months,
Yeah.
but it's Scotch Guard, so it looks brand new. Your shit don't get
No,
dirty.
see, and I have like fuck, I don't know how many, like maybe 5 Laker hats that are like brand new that I wear like maybe once in a fucking blue moon. I usually wear just my old ass one. But those, like if I'm gonna go somewhere or something, I'll wear like a nice new one. What I'll
Yeah.
do is I'll fucking I need to Scotch Guard all that shit too, keep them fresh because they've been fresh as fuck. Even though a couple of them I've had for like a year or two, because I wear them
Mm-hmm.
so infrequently. So yeah, I'm a Scotch Guard that shit. I'll be using them for fucking my grandkids fucking basketball games and shit.
Hey, bro, and you were in Arizona, and I know you got to be sweating in the summer. Scotch Guard the inside of that shit, and it'll somewhat protect the sweat from sticking into turning your little white fucking band in there
Yeah,
yellow.
fuck yeah. Why does your fucking sweat turn yellow, huh?
I don't know. It's like urine or something. Who knows?
Yeah, Doug. Maybe you're dehydrated. When you're dehydrated, your pee's more yellow.
I don't
Maybe
know.
you're fucking Doug. You know what I haven't seen since like the fucking 90s was
Fruit
the
of the Loom.
yellow fucking pit stains. I used to see that shit on like fucking like
Mm,
white shirts and shit. I don't know, maybe just
And you know why? It's because they fucking adapted all the deodorant that's commercially
oh yeah, you're probably
available.
right, huh?
They probably fucking put that shit where you don't sweat no more. Back in the day, you used to still sweat. Remember, you used to get your little deodorant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm good. Do a little pit check. Oh yeah, I smell fresh, right? You're good. But that shit was nasty for
Doug,
you.
my daughter did that earlier. I was like, why do you smell like jalapenos? Because she doesn't fucking eat jalapenos. Doug, the first thing she
Yeah.
did was she started smelling her armpits. I was like, what the fuck
Uh,
are you smelling your armpits for? Because I go, Kennedy, why do you smell like jalapenos? And she goes, I'm like, where the fuck did you learn to
oh, I
smell your
know.
armpits? You're fucking 6.
Bro, I had a buddy, no bullshit, when I worked at Food Max. He was using some kind of fucked up deodorant, and it was a combination of an ingrown hair and bunk deodorant. It's that aluminum shit. He had it ended up being a cyst, and they had to cut that shit out, bro.
Ooh,
You got to be deodorant's one of those ones you want to pay for the better shit. You know
yeah.
what I mean? You're not trying to. You start doing speed stick from the Dollar Tree. I'm just telling you right now, take it. It's kind of like wash your butt. I was right on with that, right? The dude I told to wash his butt needs to wash his butt now more than ever. So I'm telling you this about speed stick at the dollar store. If you fucking use that shit, you're asking for
Doug, you
trouble.
want to hear a deodorant story than that? All right.
What's that?
So the deodorant, I mean, you could laugh at it, but I fucking dig it. The deodorant that I love is just like the Dove clean or powder, right? And if you look at it, it looks like a fucking, maybe it is a chick fucking deodorant. It's just Dove. It's a white fucking deodorant, and it says clean or it says powder, whatever the
Like your deodorant, like your chicks or what, bro? What? It just
Reese. Let me
happens,
see
bro.
this.
Hey, speaking of deodorant, I'm not going to call him out, but he is a listener of the show, and I have shouted him out before. And motherfucker, you know who you are. He used to take that Mitchum, that green Mitchum deodorant that's always expensive.
No, I never heard of it.
Well, it's expensive. Back in the day, it was like $7 back in the day. And I used to watch that fucker. He would hit his armpits and shit, right? And then that fucker start rubbing his chest and his belly.
Oh, really?
I swear to you, bro. He did the complete rub down. I'm like, you are one slimy bastard.
Hey, you know what though? In his defense, dog, I think that I mean that's pretty fucking considerate, right?
No, it's not. Think of some chicks about to give you a blowy, right? They don't, especially back then when you're young, you don't just pull it out and they're kissing down your belly and doing little butterfly kisses until they hit your little happy trail. Bro, they can't be hitting deodorant all the way down, dude. That's what body wash is for.
Well, I'm just thinking, dog, if it's like an antiperspirant or something, and he's gonna fucking sweat a bra or something. I mean, maybe. I mean, I think it's considerate. You won't be looking all funky and shit.
Use Axe. I think man, they didn't have Axe back then. Use fucking Irish Spring or something. If Irish Spring's not good enough, go to the doctor.
Yeah, I like Irish Spring. Fucking my homie called that because he had just got out of prison. He saw I had that shit on my pad. He's like, "You got that prison
Uh-huh.
soap?" But I fucking love it.
I fuck with
It's
Irish Spring for
it's
sure.
clean, dog. It's clean as fuck. I actually have some. I have
Bar
some right now.
and the gel with the little beads in it, fucking little scrub,
I
fucking
have some
buddies.
right now, and actually, both I got in the bathroom right here by the fucking studio. Not that I'm at my house or nothing, but and then the other bathroom, I got fucking Irish Spring right there. And if you go into my little closet, dog, I got it fucking stacked up. So you never low on Irish Spring in this pad. I'll tell you that much.
See, I'm ghetto, bro. I'm gonna tell you, I got a little bit of Irish Spring. I got the one with the little flakes in it, the beads, the little scrub fucking, the Irish Spring with the little blue
Yeah,
things in it. I got the liquid one. Shit, I even got a backup bottle of White Rain from the Dollar Tree, and then I got the knockoff fucking Oil of Olay fucking body wash, the fucking lavender and whatever the fucking purple one is, fucking of that one in there
dog.
too.
You know what I just bought today that I haven't had in a while? Fucking the
What's
purple
that?
fucking fabuloso.
That's just smacking.
I
That's a good
told you on
one.
one of the last episodes that I tried the blue one out for a while and I fucking
Uh-huh.
hated it. But dog,
Now the
it
purple
gives you
one.
fucking like you get like 50 gallons of this shit,
Yeah,
and you're only supposed
yeah,
to use a little
no.
bit when you're mixing your shit, you know? Dog, that shit,
Bro, there's a reason Chevron costs more than all the other gas because you get better gas
yeah,
mileage.
dog. I finally got I finished the blue one recently. So the other day I got fucking the purple one. And today
Mm-hmm.
actually fucking we were fucking me and my lady were off and my daughter was out of school. So we were, doing a deep clean on the house. Dog, as soon as I had that shit going, ooh, the purple fabuloso, my house. Ooh, fuck yeah, dog.
Yeah, no, that one gets down. I like the old school pine sol
Fuck
too.
yeah. Yeah. The
The old school pine sol and the purple fabuloso. Those are the ones
The
that
fucking
smack.
dog, the old school pine saw, I haven't had that shit in like decades. But if I was to even smell that shit, it would remind me of like being a kid.
Clean.
Yeah.
It remind you of clean. If you fucking smell that shit walking into someone's pad, take your shoes off. Don't leave no crumbs because they just got down.
Fuck yeah. No, 100% dog. Like I love dog like cleaning and shit. Like especially like today when I was like sweeping and shit before I was gonna like mop and shit and all that, and I had the fabuloso out and everything. Oh, as soon as you get everything, like I think it actually I thought about Covino today because he was talking about his Roomba. And he was like, you look at your floor and you're like, you think your floor is cool. And then when that Roomba's done doing its once over,
Oh yeah.
you look
You got a
and
little
you're like,
collection
what the
basket?
fuck? All this shit was on my floor. I didn't even know. That's how I felt like today, Doug, because I was going, I swept everything, and then you do a once over, like, fuck, I got all this shit on my second round, and then then you
Yeah.
go with the little push mop or whatever the fuck you have, a Swiffer or whatever,
And
and you're
more
like,
comes up.
fuck, Doug, look at the little pad. You're like, holy shit. So I love
You know
it.
what I bought? Speaking of that, you know what I bought? I bought me a motherfucking shark double spinner. It got the two fucking circles and they
Spin.
fucking spin counter to. Oh, that shit's dope, dude. I paid $100 for that shit at Walmart. And then that because I had the steamer mops and I like the sharks. Those are good. I had me a little knockoff because I got a homie he got a plug where he buys like pallets of shit that would return from Home
Yeah.
Depot. So I got my first shark for like $15. And they said, only put water in it. But I was like, dude, it was $15. So I always put pine sol in that and fabuloso in that motherfucker,
Yeah.
right? So then when I use it, it also smells good and shit. And I would use that when Chapo was potty training. He would fuck up in the house. I would use the bunk ass one to clean up his stains. And then I had a good one fucking that I would use for mopping the floor. But yeah, bro, you go through it and your shit's still fucking dirty. Hit it for the twice over, like you said. You're still seeing grime and fucking dirt. And you're like, what the fuck? So I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to spend 100 shanks and I'm going to buy the one that actually spins. It steams and it fucking spins. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And that thing gets down.
I'm gonna have to look into that because I've seen it. I haven't bit the bullet and got one.
Yeah, the shark one gets down. Now I ran about more than 4 or 5 times since I got it, so I don't want to tell you how durable it is, but It gets down. Oh, I'll tell you this: the first shark steam mop that I bought, and they said don't put nothing but water in it. That son of a bitch went like 8 years and shit, and I was putting Pine Sol in it every time.
Really?
It got a little ass tank, and I'd put a cap of Pine Sol in that motherfucker every
Yeah.
time.
Fuck. Well, you know what? I'm actually planning to do some more cleaning and shit tomorrow. Trying to get my shit immaculate up in this bitch because I have this time off of work. You know, right now is like the best time to fucking do deep cleaning shit. You know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, Doug. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of other shit. Covino made it back to New Jersey for these holidays and shit. So, do you want to wrap it up, Doug? I don't know what you got. If you,
I got two
all right,
quickies.
what's up?
They were debating the vacation, and if someone's messing up your room, is it a big deal or do you just move on?
For me, I don't know. I don't know. Kennedy, you want to say what's up to Cucuy? Last show of the year.
She's right there. Hey, Kennedy. Oh shit, there's two of
There's
you.
this Kennedy, and then there's this Kennedy.
Hey.
You want to put on the headphones real quick?
I'll do the Cucuy way. Ready? I'll do the Cucuy way.
You want to put on the headphones so you can say hi to Cucuy? All right. Well, just wave. All right. All right. Go over there. Love you. All right. But no. I don't know. It depends because I know they were referring to what happened on the White Lotus. The White Lotus, the dude didn't buy the room. It was like his mom or some shit, right? I would
Right.
probably want the proper room, but
Yes,
I
absolutely.
would probably want the proper room, but fuck, at the same time, I'm like, it depends. I think you would have to catch me in what kind of mood I was in because I could,
How was the flight? Were you
yeah,
traveling
because
all
I
day to
could
get
see, dog, I
there?
could see myself making a big ass scene, being like, no, fuck this, and my
Yeah.
girl telling me to kick back. I could also see me being chill about it, being like, fuck it, you know. I mean, I don't know. So I kind of feel like it really depends on how I would be, the mood I would be in, you know.
What actually happened to me when me and Tip Dog went in September to the Raider game at the Luxor in Vegas. Um, Bro, we were supposed to be able to check in by 3, and we couldn't check in at like 7 o'clock at night. And the online check-in was down, so we couldn't just do the easy online check-in and just go get your key and go to your room. Actually had to stand in line for like an hour and a half, and it was a
But you know
mission.
what though? No. See,
Um,
this is what would make me right now. I'm thinking about it. This is what would piss me off is that like on the White Lotus, you know how the dude that's like the manager or whatever is like, oh,
mhm.
he's selling you on all this shit that's in the room that you got into and all this shit. And then when they leave, he tells the lady, he's like, hey, you know, sometimes you got to kind of, you know, just bullshit them or whatever. And I'm like, fuck that, dog. I don't want you to make me a bitch. Like, I don't want you to think you got one
Mm-mm.
over on me, you know? So if
No,
somebody
hell
is like,
no.
hey, you know what? It wasn't the right room or whatever, but and they're being, you know, genuine or whatever, then cool. But if I could hear them, actually, you know what? I was dealing with somebody recently for a purchase, right? And that's what I want to say is like when you hear them with their bullshit spiel, you're like, listen, don't think you're fucking outsmarting me. That's what pisses me off. You know what I'm saying? If somebody is,
Right.
I'm like, they try to sell you on their fucking little keywords and shit, and they fucking have these salesman, you know, tactics. I'm like, listen, be fucking real with me, dog. I don't give a fuck. If I like this, I cool. If I don't, if I like that, whatever. But don't fucking sit here and try to tell me like I know all the stupid ass little tactics and shit, and it that bothers me. If you're gonna be real with me, hey, dog, you know what? We fucked up. You know, we'll try and
Right.
make this better or whatever. I've had that happen and been cool with it. But when they're sitting there thinking they're pulling one over on you, dog, that's what pisses me off. You know?
So yeah, we were at the Luxor, and I just was like, "Fuck it!" I waited like an hour and a half in line, had some drinks, so I was kind of, I wasn't hungover, but obviously I wasn't a hundo. You know what I mean? I was fucking ready to get to my room
Yeah.
and fucking chief and fucking kind of recharge my batteries and shit. So, and I don't know, some shitty service and all the above, but when I got to the counter, I don't remember if it was 100 or if it was $50, but they gave me a dinner credit. So fuck it. We went and had ribeyes. I was like, all right, well,
Yeah.
fuck it. I mean, if I'm in line for an hour, $50, $50 for the hour, fuck it is what it is. I'm
Yeah, we'll
cool.
be back. Yeah, you know.
I'll just go eat my ribeye. I'll go drink some more beers, chief, eat my ribeye, and I'm going to bed.
Yeah. No, that works. It worked out. But yeah, I don't know. I think you'd have to catch me. It would be dependent upon how I was feeling that day, you know?
For sure. And then, hey, the other thing I got was Melody's drawings, bro. She should charge. I think she should probably charge at least $50 a photo. I think she shouldn't shortchange herself more than like $15 an hour. I mean, for every hour it takes her to draw that photo, I would charge $15. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I think she should stick with it. And Covino might want to even think about when she gets older, if she's still into it, some art school, because I got a buddy named Mars One. If you guys like art, check his shit out, Mars1.com. But when we were kids, I met him when I was 15, and his shit was pretty badass. I mean, it was cool back then, but her stuff is really dope for her
Yeah.
age.
Did you see the
And
puppy?
if you go look, yeah, no,
That
fuck
shit
yeah.
was dope.
And that's what I'm saying. And so if you go look at his stuff now, I mean, he gave me a couple tattoos back in the day that I won't reveal on camera out of respect for him. So they were, they were cool. But go look at Mars One shit. And the thing is, for Covino, like, that was my buddy that had an interest in art. And his parents fully supported him all the way. He went to the Academy of Art in San Francisco. And if you look at his shit now, it's dope, dude. So the sky's the limit. The limit's the sky. But yeah, she's badass. And I think she should for sure, whatever hours she puts into it. If it's 4 hours, I'd charge 60 and maybe even 20 an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. I think definitely I think a minimum of $50 that she can get for any of those.
Oh, for sure, bro. She could go sell that shit.
And you know what? And I think Rich was the one who actually said it, where he was like, "Hey, these kids are fucking in like Beverly Hills and shit. Don't fucking tell me their parents can't afford fucking, $50 or whatever if they want to pay for it, for their kid to have a portrait of whatever."
You know what a hustle she should do is tell these kids that for their birthday, if they pay her, she'll draw one of their parents, so they can give their parents like a hand sketch fucking drawing. Like they could just give her a picture of them. She could draw it out and give them a drawing back.
100%. I think that should be hella dope. But I think we need to go ahead and wrap.
Real quick though, bro. Candy in school. Do you sell candy in school?
I never did that. Kids did though. I did see that, but I never seen that shit. I never did that.
No. All right.
Yeah. I wish I could say I did, but I didn't have that little hustler fucking mindset like you did, dog. I didn't do that shit. Like there was a kid that used to buy like a fucking 24 pack of like bomb pops or some shit, and just he was hustling those shits on recess and shit. And I mean, I thought that was cool, but I was never like. And I remember there's one kid, dog, that would do that shit. And the day that his name was Michael. And when Michael was gonna hustle like some fucking Snickers or some shit, he would come with like a little dress shirt and a tie, like he was there to work that day.
So you knew that he was hustling that day if he suited and booted or what?
I remember one time he had a little fucking dog. We're in like third grade. He had a little shirt and tie and some new sunglasses, and he had his hair all fucking gelled out and shit. We're like, oh fuck, we're gonna buy some we're gonna buy some fucking some Butterfingers and shit from this dude,
The little snack size Butterfingers from this fucker for 25 cents. Yeah. No, I used to, like I said, I think I told it on this show, but it's a true story, bro. There was a minute there where we would go to Shop and Go. We called it Stop and Rob by my pad, and we would just steal whole cases, dude. We would go in there with like our parkas, and this is back when you had big ass parka jackets, and literally load up like 5, 6, 7, 8 cases of gum or candy and walk out, and then it's all profit. I mean, that little $10 a bucket shit Richie was talking about for 100 blow pops is cute, but we were selling full-size packs of gum for $1, and it was fucking all free.
Well, there you go.
But that's the first time I got arrested, though. I did get caught for that shit, and they arrested my ass. This big old fat white lady fucking blocked the door with my jacket. Like I had put my jacket down or something happened, and all I know is she fucking blocking the door, and I'm trying to run out, and she acted like she like a football player. Like, give up, fat bitch, I give up. You win. And she called the law. They took me home in the Fresno PD, took me home in the fucking cop car, and that was the start.
The more you know, we learned a little bit more about Cucuy on this episode. The last one of the year. After show, but later.
I had to give you something for the last one, bro. You should give us something.
The bang. I don't have shit.
We got to hear something about you. Tell us something first.
My shit was fucking whack. I was learning the Backstreet Boys dances in my fucking bedroom. I was not.
Did you ever fail? Did someone ever catch you and you were embarrassed?
Oh, one time, one of my cousins did. It was funny as fuck too, but he thought it was dope. He was like, he might have been faded or some shit, but I can do it right. Fucking move for move as the video was doing. He was like,
no, hold on. Let me make sure I understand this right. You can do the Backstreet Boys dance move for move?
Doug, a lot of them, yeah.
Oh, at some point you got to do it and put it on here and
Doug,
show it.
I fucking put the O-Town one on TikTok, remember?
No, I mean Backstreet. I need to see you with them in the background. Sync that shit.
Oh,
We got to see that.
Bet. I'll do that. I'll do
That'd be
let
dope.
me see what's a good one.
I don't know. I don't like them.
The larger than life dance. I can do that one. Fucking. I just right off the bat. All you people, can't you see how your love's affected our reality? Every time we're down, you can make it. I'm gonna green screen this shit. It's gonna be in the back of me, dog.
Bro, oh my god! What did I ask for? I was just fuck. I did not.
You wanted something to go out with a bang, dog. We'll do that.
That was great. That was awesome.
After show, but later. Last show of 2022.
After show.
Episode number 161. Make sure you go buy some of our shit on Amazon, like this new after show. Well, not new, but this is our OG shirt. But go. Somebody just bought a hoodie recently. Carl Reinhardt bought a hoodie. I talked to Joey. He said he wants to get some shit. So people, go continue to buy the shit. You know, if you're not supporting Covino and Rich on Patreon, patreon.com/Covino and Rich. After show BL across all social media. And you have anything, Cucuy?
I don't. Thank you for everybody that does support us. So I know a lot of times I'm talking shit, and if it's ever directed at you or you think it's about you, it probably is. But with that being said, I do it with a light heart. You know, we appreciate everybody. I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't talk a little shit here and there. And so it is what it is. But we appreciate everybody for supporting us. And without you, there's no us,
for
right?
Sure. We dig it. We appreciate it. And we'll continue to do this shit as long.
Wash your butt. And wash your butt needs to be the fucking anthem of 2023 because that shit is more important now than ever. Wash your butt.
After show, but later. We will see you guys next year in episode number 161. Or no, 162.
Bro.
Let's go. Baseline Trey. We're out. Peace.
On the road to the riches because it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul. Grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens. And come and spend a day in the 757. Yeah.